Hello guys, welcome back to my channel once again, and today we are going to be talking about immigrants who will be arriving in Italy in 2025 and what they are standing. Now remember that in this 2024, the Albanian center where immigrants will be outsourced from Italy was opened. But as is, after the reopening, migrants were sent to the center, and after a lot of loggerheads between the Prime Minister, GIORGIA MELONI, and some judges and the Court of Cassation, it was ruled that the assessing of immigrants was not suitable for the European law. So therefore, they cancelled it. But as it seems now that, as it is now, it seems that the Prime Minister is going to continue on that move in 2025 because there's a new ruling overruling the previous one that the government of Italy have the right to decide whether they want to outsource it, and the countries that are what will I call it? They can decide or determine the countries that are safe and those that are not safe. Okay, so that's what we're going to be looking at. Let's quickly start with this video. For those of you who hears Italy, I'm going to explain this in a moment, so just pay attention and share this.
Con le soluzioni innovative per affrontare il fenomeno migratorio. Giorgia Meloni a Palazzo Chigi ha presieduto un vertice sull'attuazione del protocollo Albania. Alla riunione hanno partecipato i ministri Tajani, Piantedosi, Crosetto, Foti e il sottosegretario Alfredo Mantovano. Una determinazione sempre più convinta dell'esecutivo a procedere con i centri di permanenza temporanea in Albania e rimpatri dopo la pronuncia della Cassazione e le nuove linee dell'Unione Europea orientata ad una difesa dei confini. La Corte di Cassazione per il governo ha indicato le competenze relative all'individuazione dei paesi di origine sicura a livello nazionale. Il vertice ha ribadito la ferma intenzione di continuare a lavorare insieme ai partner europei in linea con le conclusioni dell'ultimo Consiglio europeo, precisa la nota di Palazzo Chigi, una determinazione rilanciata dal ministro Tajani in videocollegamento dal Kosovo per la visita e gli auguri al contingente italiano.
Le soluzioni innovative sono state apprezzate, vengono apprezzate anche da altri paesi. Abbiamo avuto una sentenza della Corte che conferma la bontà delle scelte del governo, quindi continueremo a lavorare in questa direzione con grande serenità, con grande serietà.
Per la maggioranza la sentenza della Cassazione sul decreto flussi e paesi sicuri ha dato ragione al governo, opposta all'interpretazione delle opposizioni. Dal governo analfabetismo giuridico, la fondo di Bonelli, i giudici possono disapplicare le decisioni del governo caso per caso.
Quando Giorgia Meloni era all'opposizione attaccava il governo perché spendeva 30 euro al giorno per i migranti. Ora con lei al governo e con la follia dei centri in Albania si spenderanno 85.000 euro a migrante, quando si capirà che non si fa propaganda con i soldi dei cittadini.
Per Eli Schlein, Giorgia Meloni taglia la sanità pubblica e nega il salario minimo, ma insiste con il fallimentare.
All right, so guys, let me quickly explain. They said that when Giorgia Meloni was the opposition, she criticized the spending of the government, but the payment of immigrants of 30 euro. They were paying immigrants 30 euros. Those who arrived, who were in camp. Giorgia Meloni criticized it. But now, during her own turn as the Prime Minister of Italy, she's going to be paying 80 euro or 85 euros to these migrants who will be outsourced in Albania. So some people are kind of confused about that very decision and move. So quickly, let me explain some more about it. After they said that the Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni has doubled down on her intentions to outsource some asylum procedures to Albania. Italy's centers there have been empty for weeks after several legal defeats. A final decision from the European Court of Justice, ECJ, on the issue will likely take months. After Meloni met with top ministers on Monday, December 23rd, her office issued a statement saying the government had the firm intention to continue to work on the so-called innovative solutions to the migration phenomenon. This comes after Italian courts have intervened and paused the policy to send asylum seekers intercepted at sea to Albania on 2 separate occasions. Judges initially rejected the measure, arguing that the migrants did not originate from safe countries, since certain parts of their countries could not be considered safe. Meloni responded to this by issuing a new decree to declare 19 countries of origin to be safe in their entirety. Later, Italy's Supreme Court ruled that individual judges could not overrule the government's new categorization of certain countries as being safe, which Meloni took as a sign of support for the government's plan for the Albania scheme to go ahead. However, the Supreme Court added that judges in Italy could interject on a case-by-case basis, making Meloni's blanket policy unworkable in its current shape. Judges have also raised doubt over the compliance of the Italian policy with the European Union law. Now, the EU Court of Justice, ECJ, is expected to issue a ruling on the development in the next few months. Many human rights groups have been critical of this scheme. They don't want it to work, but they also allow these things to be built. One thing about it is that they will allow you to build whatever you want to build, but when it is time for action, when it is time for execution, that is when they will strike. Meloni has vowed that the dormant migrant processing centers in Albania will eventually open, but has given no concrete timeline on this. Interior Minister Matteo Piantedosi told the Corriere della Sera daily newspaper in an interview published on Monday that the centers were ready and will be very useful to speed up the procedures for recognizing protection for those who are entitled to it, but above all, repatriating those who do not have the right. 3,000 beds in Albania remain empty. Meloni struck the controversial deal with Albanian counterpart Edi Rama in November 2023 to send some migrants intercepted by Italian authorities in the open sea to the Balkan nation, building 2 major receptions and processing centers on Albanian soil to house up to 3,000 people. Italy has earmarked 650 million euros to run the centers over the next 5 years. The first intercepted asylum seekers were sent to Albania in mid-October of this year, 2024, but were quickly rerouted to Italy due to a court order. A month later, another group arrived in Albania and was sent to Italy within days, also due to court ruling. This means that the centers have sat mostly empty since their opening in October. Under the Albanian plan, only male migrants coming from safe countries of origin who are intercepted by Italian Navy and Coast Guard in international waters will be eligible to be sent to Albania. Women, children, and vulnerable individuals will be exempted from the policy. Now, the Italian government has said that deportations of people whose asylum cases are rejected could happen more quickly from Albania, with plans intended to deport failed asylum seekers directly from Tirana International Airport. So, it seems that these plans are not working. Okay. Claims of EU interest in Albanian scheme. Despite recent setbacks, Meloni said during a meeting with her ministers on Monday that there was strong consensus over the need for new strategies to tackle immigration, reaching beyond the confines of Italy. Meloni said that during a meeting with other European Union nations in Brussels last week, she found that there was support for seeking such new approaches across the bloc. Her office said that the plan to process migrants in third countries outside the EU, such as Albania, had received strong backing from other EU leaders, highlighting reported interest in particular from the heads of Italy, Denmark, the Netherlands, Cyprus, Greece, Malta, the Czech Republic, Poland, Sweden, and Hungary. These are countries that are very much interested in this kind of outsourcing of immigrants. However, this statement had not been independently confirmed, and the national government of various EU member states remain at loggerheads about how to balance humanitarian obligations with national security concerns. This is it about the migration issue in Italy. Now, let me play you the last video that we have obtained so far concerning this.
L'attuazione del protocollo Italia-Albania, il governo non fa passi indietro e anzi rilancia, confermando punto per punto le strategie indicate per la lotta ai trafficanti di esseri umani e il contrasto all'immigrazione clandestina. Sui centri in Albania dunque si va avanti e già nel prossimo mese di gennaio le navi militari italiane potrebbero riprendere viaggi per portare i migranti verso il porto di Schengen e da qui nel centro per i rimpatri di Jader. Anche alla luce della recente sentenza della Corte di Cassazione che ha indicato le competenze relative all'individuazione dei paesi di origine sicura a livello nazionale, si legge in una nota di Palazzo Chigi, il vertice ha ribadito la ferma intenzione di continuare a lavorare con i partner europei e in linea con le conclusioni del Consiglio europeo dello scorso 19 dicembre sulle cosiddette soluzioni innovative al fenomeno migratorio. Il governo dunque si allinea all'Europa, che prevede la realizzazione di centri per il rimpatrio fuori dai confini dell'Unione e condivide, scrive ancora Palazzo Chigi, il forte consenso emerso in occasione della riunione promossa assieme ai primi ministri danese e olandese con gli stati membri più interessati al tema.
All right, so that's the latest on the outsourcing of immigrants by Giorgia Meloni's government right now in Italy. Okay, so it's still on the dragging side. There is no concrete conclusion on this matter, and as it is, I'm not sure whether the Italian government of Giorgia Meloni will be able to send immigrants direct to Albania as it stands. All migrants arriving in Italy will still remain in the Italian soil until further rulings must have taken place. And if she wins against the European Court of Justice, that is when migrants will be able to be sent to Albania. Let me know your opinion, guys, on this update. And I'm going to see you on the next one. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And also don't forget to use TapTapSend if you're sending money to your loved ones in Nigeria. All you have to do to get all the bonuses is just to use my promo code, whether in the United Kingdom, in Canada, in Europe, in United States of America, including Dubai. There is a huge bonus for each and every one of you. Just use my promo code on the screen and enjoy massive bonuses for this Christmas period. Downloadable from App Store and Google Play, Android and iPhone. Okay, I'll see you next one. Have a happy new year in advance.